next one we have in house today is changing the way conventional matchmaking is taking place. So I'll request on stage the founder of Chance.
Good afternoon, everyone. Acha, quickly, how many single people in the house? Raise your hand. Single people, not dating, not married. Acha, perfect. I have a nice idea now. Single people should pay attention to what I have right now. Now, in front of you, ladies and gentlemen, is what you'll see how the dating landscape looks right now for India and primarily Southeast Asia. Right? You'll see it is dominated by your traditional Western players: Tinder, Bumble, Happn, Hinge, Woo. Tinder, Bumble, abhi usko startups bhi nahi bol sakte. They are public limited companies in the US, right? But you know what is the one thing common in all of these applications? Apart from the fact that 90% of them are not even Indian, is the fact that all of these applications, because of the nature of how they are built, primarily focus on one criteria to judge a person, which is essentially their face, right? इससे क्या होता है? इससे it becomes difficult for your average or below average looking people to even get a conversation because they do not get matches in the first place, right? And even when you talk global markets, right? Your India, your Southeast Asia, your Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, Indonesia are the markets which suffer the most, right? Number two is we believe that all of these applications are inherently flawed when it comes to anonymity, right? And let me explain. You install any of these applications, they have a standard onboarding process, right? Where you have to create a profile. वो profile में आप क्या करते हो? आप आपका photo info bio डालते हो. Then that photo info bio is shown to thousands of people in your area saying that, hey, this is Rajat Parekh, this is how he looks, this is information, he's single, why don't you go out with him? Standard protocol for each and every one of them. इससे क्या होता है? इससे दो चीज होती है, and both of these two things came after interviewing more than 200 women at this point, right? Which was, number one, you have no control over the thousands of people who are seeing your photo, info, bio, taking screenshots, doing whatever they want with that info and data. And number two is you simply don't want to tell the world that you're using a dating app, right? I don't want to tell my friends, my colleagues, my cousins, sisters, my bhajiwala's daughter that I'm using a dating app, and that's not something which I can control in any of these, right? Lastly, what I realized was that, this is a personal belief that every market will have this one cultural vein, right? And if you're building a product for that market, it's your job to get hold of that one vein. But what we are seeing right now in the Indian landscape is sort of like these two extremes. Okay, एक तरफ आपका पूरा clutter of Tinder, Bumble, Happn, Hinge, Woo है, which is taking the space of hookup alternatives in the minds of people. And then if you don't want that, your next option is the next extreme, which is Shaadi.com, Bharat Matrimony now. But भाई मेरे को शादी नहीं करने की है, मेरे को hookup भी नहीं करने का है, तो मैं किधर जाऊँ? Right? There is no single solution which is solving your aforementioned three problems and targeting the Gen Z, and that's exactly where Chance comes into picture. Right? What is Chance? Chance, the personality first pseudonymous connecting app. Right? Let me show you guys how exactly does it work. For that, I'll come here because I have to like actually take you through the app in a minute. So the moment you hop on, we tell you to select an avatar, right? We have hundreds of gender neutral quirky avatars you can select from. So for example, I want to be this, right? Next, you give yourself a name or you select one of the fun names our AI keeps suggesting. So for example, I want to be cute potato. Okay. Now we ask you your basic information, which is your date of birth. Are you a male, female? What are you looking for, a male, female, right? Mind you, we are not asking you for your photo, info, bio, any personal information through which I can pinpoint who you are, right? Now is when it starts getting interesting. What we have done is we have created this psychologically proven segment. Okay, logic simple hai, 3 section hai, every section has a couple of questions. You need to answer any one question and move to the next one. But those questions are not normal questions, right? So let's go ahead. First segment, casual questions will be something like, hey, what character are you from where, right? Koi bolega, I am Geet from Jab We Met. Koi bolega, I am Bunny from Ye Jawani. I'm saying I'm Joey from Friends. How you doing, right? How you doing is his tagline. Right? Next segment, light-hearted. One thing in my bucket list I'd like to do with you is skydiving holding hands, full ZNMD style. And third segment, value. So if you notice, every time you go deeper, it's peeling one layer of your personality. Share an embarrassing moment from your life. Once in school, I studied for history, but that day it was a maths test. No further comments will be made. Thanks. The moment you answer these 3 questions, you create your card and you start seeing other people's cards, right? Now, abhi left right ka zamana gaya. Okay, now the primary behavior has shifted to swiping up and down with Reels, TikTok and everything. So what you do, if you like a card, you swipe up. If you dislike a card, you swipe down. If you like the card, you swipe up, and if you match, You go to the chat screen. Now, mind you, you don't know who Sweet Potato is. Sweet Potato does not know who you are. You're matched purely on the basis of intellect and personality, right? Here, you can initiate a conversation using an icebreaker which changes itself basis every other profile, basis the answers they have given using AI, or you can have a word with Sweet Potato yourself. Now, imagine karo, I like Sweet Potato, right? She's smart, she's funny, I want to get to know her better. We come to the climax of the application. You have an option of request profile. The moment you click on request profile, both the parties get a notification saying that, hey, this person wants to reveal their profile. Are you okay with it? And do you want to do it too? And if both of them say yes, then their profile reveals up and you can see their photo, info, bio, and you can meet, date, marry, do whatever you want to do. But with this process, ladies and gentlemen, let me sum up what exactly are we trying to do, right? Number one, we are giving the highest demographics of India, Southeast Asia, and Middle East for that matter, a higher probability of finding something real compared to any other app out there. Number two, we are giving the anonymity back to the users, where we are telling them that you can decide when you want to and to whom you want to reveal yourself to. Number three, forgive my frankness, okay? But if a guy or a girl is looking for hookups, flings, or one night stands, they will not install this app only because this is too much efforts for them. You know, when you already have your Tinder bumbles out there. And number four is for your entire demographic, which wants to enter this world but is not doing so because they're getting a little too afraid from your traditional application, saying that nahi yaar, koi photo le lega, koi screenshot le lega, koi share karega. Un sab ke liye this becomes the safest and a no-brainer approach because you don't even have to create a profile till the time you don't meet someone worth sharing your profile with. Now, let me introduce you to myself and the team. My name is Rajat. I'm the founder and CEO of Chance. I'm a second-time founder. Iske pehle I was the founder and CEO of The Happy Place. It was a mental wellness app which was leveraging entertainment, targeting the same TG. So that's where a lot of learnings are coming from. My primary background is in marketing and communications, as it's evident right now. Right, I used to handle digital content and strategy for India's biggest media conglomerate, Z Enterprises Limited. My journey started pretty young. I created Broke when I was 16, 17, तभी बैंक अकाउंट खोलने का परमिशन नहीं दिया था मेरे को. I ended up scaling Broke to one of India's fastest growing lifestyle brands by the time I graduated. Handling the tech is my co-founder and CTO, Shashi. He comes with over a decade of experience in developing and scaling applications. He's been the lead system architect at Prodeo, a senior developer at Morningstar, been in and around applications all his life. He was ranked number 1 in his college and ranked number 24 in Maharashtra when he graduated. Apart from the both of us, we've pulled a lot of strings to get the best possible people to help us build Chance. We can dive deep into it in the offline call. Now, I'm not going to take you through every point, right? But there is just this one point which blew my mind, okay? Which was the fact that India is world number 2 in highest revenue coming from dating apps, right? That's not the interesting part. The interesting part is the fact that in spite of us being world number 2 in highest revenue coming from dating apps, our user penetration is one of the lowest compared globally. So I went deeper into this to understand why the drastic discrepancy. And what I realized was that the answer was very simple. The answer was very obvious because अभी जो भी dominating players है, right? सबसे पहले तो they were never built for us. All of them were built for their own nations, their own countries, and now they have the money and the bandwidth to go conquer different countries, and they are doing a good job, right? They are making a lot of money out of us. But they are not able to penetrate our markets because they are not able to get hold of that one cultural vein which people of India, or for that matter Southeast Asia, will need, especially when it comes to something like dating. Because आप जितना भी बोलो कि इंडिया वेस्टर्नाइज हो चुका है और इंडिया में बहुत वेस्टर्न इन्फ्लुएंस है, dating is still taboo, right? Apart from your tiny segment of South Bombay, South Delhi, for your Bharat, dating is still taboo, and that is where Chance comes into picture, because we are actually flipping the script, right? We are actually changing the methodology of how people are looking at these matchmaking applications. The interesting part over here is that people in India say that Indians, globally also, right, that Indians as people are not very okay with paying for subscription. The funny part is that that does not apply to dating, right? Where there are people who are ready to pay almost 3,000 rupees a month for platforms like Hinge just to get a date. But what we are doing is we are not only focusing on your normal subscription based pricing. What we are doing is we are actually gamifying the entire process, right? Where you can buy tokens and you can use those tokens to customize your avatar, create your digital self, buy extra bold moves, stuff like that. The addition of all of this will add on to the revenue model. Lastly, what we are doing right now is we are raising 1 crore to supplement the development and fund our go-to-market. We have a small yet effective go-to-market strategy in place. We want to start small. We are focusing right now on Mumbai, and we want to grow further as we go ahead. That's all from mine, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Hey, hi Rajiv, this is
Hey.
Aman.
Hi.
I'm a VC at Escape Velocity. We'll chat offline. 816 your number?
Sorry?
8169 your WhatsApp number?
Yeah.
Cool, I'll text you. So,
Sure.
how did you meet your co-founder and what happened to your last startup, the Happy
Right.
Place, right? I
Right.
wanted to know that.
So Shashi is a little older to me. So I was connected to him on LinkedIn years back. We started talking. We became friends. Then I got him on board for the Happy Place, which was my ex startup. He was my co-founder Tabhi also, and now he's continuing being my co-founder for Chance as well.
Okay.
Happy Place, end of last year, we decided that was not something which was very scalable or sustainable. So we went back to the drawing board, right? Happy Place basically was a mental wellness app which was leveraging entertainment. So thought ये था कि जो भी अभी ये players है वो सभी traditional ways use करते हैं, हम थोड़ा अलग करेंगे. But when the content pillar came into picture, we realized that we had an option to pivot into your traditional short video format app, which we didn't want to do.
Mental wellness for India?
For globally, but it was basically leveraging entertainment. There was not such demographic. It was more about changing the status quo.
Okay, understood. Okay, let's chat offline. And where is the product at? Is it MVP or you have launched it? What's the traction
I can
like?
send you the APK. We have not launched it for the public yet because I wanted to go to market properly after we raise the round. However, I can send you the APK. You can play around with it. And yeah, we do have we do have more than 10,000 pre-registers. We also went live on Android for the pre-registering things. So we also have campaigns running for that.
Understood. And what is the GTM gonna be like? Like customer acquisition is gonna be the key here. So
Yes.
so wanted to understand, like spend a couple of minutes on how are
Yes.
you gonna acquire the customer.
Right. So see, with this round, we are starting small, right? I only want to target on Mumbai because क्या होता है dating app है ना chicken and egg problem. If I go to one other location, I need to spend money over there. However, even when it came to pre-registrations, we were really surprised because majority of the pre-registrations came organic through social media. So we actually started doing social media sort of like a month and a half ago, and we have surpassed more than 300,000 views on all platforms combined, and that is without spending मनी राइट. तो वो वहाँ से वो लोग वेबसाइट पे जाते थे, प्री रजिस्टर करते थे. हमने प्ले स्टोर तो अभी हमने डाला. सो अपार्ट फ्रॉम योर ऑर्गेनिक मेथड्स वेयर नॉट ओनली सोशल मीडिया बट वी हैव थाउजेंड्स ऑफ questions on Quora, on Reddit, where people are crying for this exact thing. That, hey, listen, I'm a girl, I want to use a dating app, but I'm afraid that someone will see me. Right? Even if we just keep answering those, we have actual users, who are facing these issues and stuff. And obviously, then we have ads backing us up with amazing numbers with our website campaigns and stuff.
Understood. I think that's all from me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rajiv.
Thank you.